Loading up.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Now I can see more people. Sri Devi, I see you. You were here last time I taught. I'm so always just so glad to see you.
Yes, and I was excited when Naradi told me you're doing it again. I said, I have to be there.
Yeah.
I'm arranging everything so that I can get my yoga mat and stuff and,
Okay.
ready to roll.
Nardi is still getting, there's some technical issues
Okay, actually we are up and recording, so we're good to go.
I've been recording. Okay, I'll just do my little intro.
Okay, great.
So welcome to the San Antonio Temple. What do you call yourself? Krishna Temple of San Antonio? Is that your official?
Yes.
That's your Facebook thing.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the Sunday program for the 21st century. Because we're here on Zoom live, and I'm in Dallas, Texas. So this is a really wonderful thing about kind of this not new technology, because heck, I've been working on Zoom for a couple of years now, but the fact that it's normal and nobody thinks it's weird that we're going to do something virtual, and that way it just gets out to more people. So what we're going to be doing in the asana section of the class is I really want to, well, I have been in my classes recently because I was sick in October. I got the COVID. Yeah, which obviously put my entire everything on hold for about 2 weeks. And I found that getting back into my regular yoga practice, which still isn't, honestly has not gone back to its former glory, that I needed to kind of return to something that was a little more simple, right? Who really honestly has the time, energy, inspiration, fill in the blank, for an hour asana practice every day. And we keep hearing about daily yoga, and daily is important when we're doing anything, whatever we're doing for our health, for our spiritual life, for our everything. It's really important that we do it, if not every day, at least, every other day, several times a week. So I remember that I had taken a class, or it wasn't a class, it was like a 3-week, like a reset. I joined a reset yoga lifestyle. Like a bunch of people did things together. And one of the things that the teacher went over with us was a 7-minute asana that you could do every day. And so I went back and looked at that, and then kind of tweaked it to my own preferences and to kind of the style of yoga that I teach and that I do. So I'm going to be leading everybody through this, and Nardi is recording it. So if you want to attempt the asana on your own, then you can. And so I'm going to talk you through the actual the asanas, but also listen for how I'm talking about how you can alter it to meet your needs for the day, your time restrictions for the day, because obviously you can make it longer if you want to, or you can make it shorter if you want to. And we're going to actually do sort of a middle ground of that. So it'll probably be about a 20-minute or so class, maybe a little longer because I'm talking. And then after that, we will do a little short talk on, again, how other things we can do every day or add to our life to spiritualize it, because that's why we're here. And asana is an important part of that. Within the yoga system, it builds. I mean, they call it the yoga ladder, and that's it's an appropriate analogy. But it's also, it's not completely linear all the time. It's not like you're step 1 and step 2 and step 3. You can kind of be doing them all at once, or several at the same time, and working on several at the same time. And so that, because in spiritual life, when we talk about spiritual things, they're not absolute. Like I mean, they're not, so spiritual life can have concurrent things going on where material life is a little more black, white, linear, like that. But spiritual life can be all at once in some way, shape, or form. So we can be continually building on a foundation of asana, which can then go into our other yogic practices, as you know, keeping our foundation strong, because even sometimes we need to be retrofitted, right? And things like illnesses, like what I went through, is a time of reset. You know, reset is part of all the time, right? Even though take the pandemic equation out of right now, it's the end of the year, it's winter time almost. We know the days are being shorter and the nights are longer and colder. We automatically want to kind of go inside. It's a great time to reset, you know. So think about those kind of things, how you want to reset maybe your asana practice. So this sequence hopefully will inspire you to make it, if not a daily practice, at least several times a week practice. Okay, so we're going to start in Tadasana, all right? And any of these you can kind of dork out as much as you want on, even on Tadasana, which is like, what? We're just standing there, but there's a lot more going on than just standing there. Okay, so have your feet just a couple of inches apart, so your legs aren't squished together, but they're not out either. They're just kind of parallel with how you would naturally stand. You can have your feet slightly pigeon-toed. So that kind of means the edge of your foot is in parallel line with the edge of the mat. Okay, these are little tweaks that just make it a little more effective. Okay, you want your knees to be not locked solid. You want them to have a little wiggle, little play in them. Okay, and let's just kind of practice standing for a minute. And then we don't want to have our butt, I'm going to do here. You don't want your butt sticking out, and you don't want to be like this. You want your tail to be sort of hanging, and kind of envision that there's like something hanging from it. And then you want your, like the string to be hanging straight down. Okay, so we're like position like this. Okay, and we're going to make it dynamic. And what does that mean? Is we're going to move on the breath from Tadasana. And how that looks like is we're going to inhale and reach our arms up on the big inhale and get big. And then we're going to exhale, come down. Okay. And we're going to do, if you want to take it a little more extreme or a little farther, you can come up on your toes. And get a big stretch and then exhale. So any of these poses, to do them 3 times would be like a 7-minute routine. Inhale, reach up. You can even look up a little bit and then exhale, come down. So you can do that 3 times, but we're going to do it 5. Okay? To make it a little longer. Inhale. If you want, you can hold your breath for 1 count at the top of your inhale and then exhale. Last time. Inhale, reach up, look up, stretch. If you want to come up on your toes, you can. Depends on how you feel that day. And then exhale, come down. Okay, we're going to go from here into a dynamic forward fold. Now I'm going to just come to the side here so you can see what I'm doing a little better. So our feet are in that same position as somehow they've shifted. Again, find that good position where the heels of your foot are parallel with the sides of the mat. And we have, again, not wide-legged, but our legs aren't together. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, reach up, exhale, swan dive down, run the hands down the back of your legs. Keep those knees slightly bent. Exhale, go all the way down into a forward fold. And then we're going to do the same thing on the reverse. So inhale. If you run your hands down the back of your legs, it keeps your shoulders in a good position. Once you get up to the top, Inhaling, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer position. That's 1. So we're going to do 4 more of those. So 5 is the magic number with these asanas right now. Okay. We're going to inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Run the hands on the back of your legs. Let all your air out when you get to the bottom. Inhale, run those arms at the back of the legs again. Reach up. Exhale, you can tuck your chin down a little and hands to prayer. That's 2. Okay. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, reach. You can look up. Exhale, as you come down, tuck your chin slightly. Exhale, bend those knees slightly. Forward fold all the way into your forward fold. Inhale, come up. Arms up overhead. Exhale, chin comes down. Hands in prayer position. That's 3. We're going to do that 2 more times, a little bit faster. Just kind of keep things moving. Inhale, up. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands down the back of the legs. Inhale, come up. And exhale. Hands. The last time, except what we're going to do when we get to the bottom, we're going to stay down for a couple of breaths. That's another way to make the practice a little longer, is you can hold the pose at any time. Okay? Inhale, look up, reach up, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Chin is tucked. Exhale all the way down. Stay in your forward fold. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. You can grab your ankles and forward fold. You can breathe about 3 or 4 full breaths, and on your exhale, just try to just fall forward. You can pull on your ankles a little bit, pull you down a little more, but don't strain. And then inhale, we're going to come up slowly. Your head tucked in until you get into your standing position. And then you can raise your arms and your head at the same time. And then exhale. Other ways you can change it up is if you're feeling a little scattered, if you're feeling a little, like now is the Vata season, because the air is very dry, a lot of times it's cold, and we get a little scattered. It's because our Vata, our air energy, is out of whack. Any of these poses, if you want to do them with your eyes closed, that helps keep the practice more internal, helps focus your mind when you're doing the poses. I know sometimes when I'm doing these poses during a class and I close my eyes, I have to remember to talk. So I have to remember to open my eyes because it gets you in a very different place. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do a forward lunge. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to step that right foot forward. So we're on our mat this long way. Okay. And again, our feet are the same hip distance apart. Okay. You don't want them too close together because then you're going to feel like you're going to fall over. So you want to have, a decent amount of width to your this waistband. And then you have your back foot at about a 30-degree angle. And you would push in. Let's play with this a little bit. Take the edges of your feet, lift your toes up, and push those edges of the foot into the mat. That feels kind of crazy, doesn't it? But it's keeping our legs very strong. We don't want to be squishing the mat with our toe. You can put your toe down if you want. Roll your inner thighs toward one another. So you have a very solid stance here. Because all we're going to be doing is bending our knee. Our back leg stays very strong. We're going to keep your tail tucked. You can just kind of practice this a little. Just kind of get that feeling of it that your feet are very strong and don't move while you're bending your knee. We're going to look forward. Try to remember to keep all those little bits going with your feet. So you're very strong. And then we're going to inhale. Lift our arms up and bend that knee. Exhale. Come out. Simple. That's one. Inhale. Put your heart forward. Arms go up. Just that front knee gets bent. Exhale. Come out. We're going to do it 3 more times. Inhale. Reach up and forward a little bit. Your heart is going forward, but your feet are strong. Exhale. Inhale. Reach that. The top part of your body is going up and forward. Your arms are reaching. You can have a little up. You can have them out. You can have them like this as well. And then exhale out. And then we're going to, one more time. Inhale, get big. I'm going to have my arms like this. It feels good to open up the chest. 3 breaths staying in that pose. Steady. When you're just standing in a pose, just be easy on yourself. And then we're going to inhale our arms up. We're going to exhale. Fold over that front leg. This is a little transition. Okay, just fold over that front leg a little bit. And then we can come up. And we just switch our feet. Switch to the other side. Okay, now we have our right foot going down and back. And our tailbone is also going down and back. So this is like one long line, which stays that way. Lift those big toes up. Push the edges of your feet into the ground. Roll those legs, those thighs towards one another. Get really strong. Get really strong in your feet. Like push, like you're pushing the floor away from you and away from each other, like away from each other. Your feet away from each other, and you're remaining tall. And so play with that knee again too, right? We want to just be able to, yeah. So you know what we're doing when we add the arms, and just that right back foot isn't going anywhere. Okay. Okay, so we're getting ready to straighten the leg. Look forward. Your hips are squared, facing forward like they're headlights. Okay, and then we're going to inhale, bend that knee, reach up, and then exhale out. 1. Inhale, reach up and forward. Exhale out. 2, 3 more times. Inhale, up. Exhale out of it. Inhale, reach forward. Or you can do your goalpost arms if you really want to open your chest up. Inhale, out. Last time. Inhale, reach forward. Your heart is going forward, but your leg is staying strong in the back. You're so steady in your legs. Your upper body is just very free. And breathe here about 3 times. And come out of it. Exhale, fold over that front leg. Calm that mind. And if you want a nice little transition just out from this, is pull that left foot back. And go into down dog if you want to. You can even do this between those 2 sides if you wanted to. It's kind of a nice reset to do a down dog here. And then as we come up, we're going to come up and go into a wide-legged stance. So we're going to do a series of twists. So the same thing as when we were in the Tadasana, We want our feet to be that little bit of a parallel with the sides of the mat. So your toes are just going in a little bit. This gives you a very good foundation. Even though it feels a little awkward, it's just actually anatomically better for you, safer for you to do it. So watch me as I run through this little, so this will not count. I just want you to watch me first, okay? If you haven't done this before, it can, if you just follow along with audio only, you may not get it right away. So we're gonna inhale my arms up, bend the knee, bend this right knee, plant the left hand on the ground. You're gonna straighten the leg and go into a twist, okay? And then we're gonna inhale, come up. We'll do the other side. Exhale, bend the knee, plant the hand, and twist. And then we're gonna inhale, bend the knee, and come up. Okay, so that's, for you, that's not one. I just wanted you to see it first if you hadn't done it before, okay? So we're gonna do that, and we're just gonna inhale, exhale with the breath, okay? This really twist is nice, it's really good for your digestion. It's good to twist out like stale energy that may be happening in here. So it's a really nice thing. Okay, so we're gonna do it 5 times, okay? So just, we'll just move, not super fast, but not super slow. We'll do the first one slower. We're gonna inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knee, plant the hand, straighten the leg, and twist. And we're gonna inhale, come up. Exhale, bend the left knee, plant the right hand, straighten the leg, and twist. Bend the left knee, inhale, come up. That's 1. Okay. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend the left knee, plant the right hand, straighten the leg, and twist. Inhale, bend the left knee, come on. That's 2. All right, we're gonna go a little faster on these last 3. Exhale, and twist. Inhale, come up. Just ride the breath. Exhale, we're going graceful. Inhale, up. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale, come up. You know, it's actually nice to do a yoga practice with a metronome. Believe it or not, you can kind of keep yourself nice and paced. This is the last one. Bend the knee, exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale, come up. And arms down. So different ways to tweak that. Obviously, you can do it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. You can also, if you wanted to, just hold that twist for a couple of breaths on each side. I'm just going to do that to even myself out. And to sort of settle ourselves after this, we're going to do another forward fold, but this time wide-legged. So exhale, forward fold. And hang out here for a bit. Push your feet away from one another. That creates space in the sacrum that allows you to go forward a little more. You can have your arms hanging. And if you wanted to, this is kind of nice. I like to do a little bit of a side stretch here. Come back to center. These are just ideas. It's nice to get that inner leg. And then we're going to inhale. So another way you can tweak this little sequence is you can actually do a forward fold between the 2. So that's just something else to think about if you want to try this practice on your own. You do the twist, come up, forward fold, come up, twist like that. And that really works you out really nicely. That's again something else to think. Okay, now we're done with the standing portion of our sequence. So we're going to come down to all fours and do just a little cat-cow. Okay, we're going to warm up our spine a little bit. So push up into Halloween Kitty on an inhale. Exhale, toe goes up. Inhale, push up. Exhale. Inhale, push up. This is 3. Inhale, push up into kitty. Exhale, cow. Inhale, push up. Exhale, down. Okay, so we're going to do another little short, we're going to link they're two asanas together with the breath. So what we're going to do from here, we're going to get our back into a neutral position. This is all fours. And then we're going to exhale, pull back. When you seat to the heels, your head down. We're going to inhale, come up to all fours again. And then we're going to exhale, push back into down dog. We're going to inhale to all fours. Exhale, back. That's 1. Do it 4 more times. Inhale, come up. Exhale, push back, seat to heel. Inhale. All fours. Exhale. Inhale up to all fours. Exhale and down dog. That's 3. Inhale to all fours. Exhale down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, push back down dog. Inhale all fours. This is the last one. Exhale, all the heel. Inhale, come up. Exhale, push them down. You can hang out in dog a little bit. It's just fun to sort of play. You can like pedal your feet. You know, push one heel down, really push into it. The other side. There's all kinds of fun things you can do. And seat to heel. Okay, and now we're going to go seat to heel back. This time, instead of down dog, we're going to go into up dog. So from seat to heels here, then we're going to come forward and just keep going forward. Up dog. On an inhale. Exhale, bring it all back down. That's 1. Inhale, come up. Up dog. Exhale, down. Inhale, come forward and up. Up dog. Exhale. Back. 2 more times. Inhale. Up. Exhale down. The last one. And we're going to inhale, come up. You can even hang out in up dog for a little bit. Really, when you're in up dog, make sure your tail is going down and back. Your hips aren't on the ground. You're holding yourself up. And then we're going to exhale. And at this point, you kind of earned your break. If you want. You can hang out here in child's pose for a bit. It's always really nice to spread. I love to spread my knees out. You can really get your upper body on the ground. And just few breaths. that was a lot of effort right there. And we're going to come up. Okay. We're almost at the end. Now we're going to link two poses now. We're going to link bridge and legs up the wall together. Again, why don't you watch me for real quickly before we count, okay? So we're going to be down with our feet on the ground, our knees in the air. And we're going to pull our arms back, bring ourselves up into bridge. And then we're going to exhale, bring our knees to our chest, our feet to the ground. We're going to inhale up, arms go back again, legs go in the air. And then we're going to exhale back to where we started. Okay. So that'll be one. Okay. So now I'm going to start my 5 count. So again, we're doing 5 because we have a little bit more time, but you can always do 3 or 1. Whatever, you know, I mean, this is like your practice. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's your practice. You can do 3, 5, 4, 7, whatever you feel like that day. So we're going to inhale, arms go back, legs get up. Hips go in the up. On an inhale and exhale, bring everything down, and your hands down and your knees to your chest. Inhale, arms go back, legs go in the sky. Exhale, bring everything down again. Inhale, up into bridge. When you're up in bridge, don't let those knees splay out. Keep them squeezed together. That protects your low back. Exhale, knees up. Down. Inhale, legs go up, arms go back. Exhale. Exhale down. Number 3, inhale into bridge, arms go back. Exhale, knees to chest, arms down. Inhale, legs up, arms back. Exhale, everything comes down. 2 more times. Inhale, bridge. Arms go back. Hips go high. Exhale. Last. Oh, this is the second to the last. This one, legs go up. Exhale. Inhale. And again, if you want to hold your bridge for a little while, you can. And if you do, you can put your arms behind your upper arms and push up into bridge. And you hold it for a couple of breaths. And you exhale, come out of it slowly. Bring your knees to your chest. Inhale, arms go up. And exhale. So that's a really fun, I really loved that sequence a lot. Okay. So bring your knees to your chest and kind of squeeze them a little bit. And we're getting ready to do a simple windshield wiper twist. So your knees are up, but your arms are not going to go out to the side like you're making a T. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to exhale, twist, and we're going to bring our knees to one side on an exhale. But we're keeping our legs together. So it's really good to squeeze your knees together while you're doing this. If you happen to have a block or a pillow, that's a nice way to kind of focus that kind of energy. That's nice when you're doing this pose. So we're going to, on an exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Just have our legs touch the ground. On an exhale, we're going to inhale, come up. And if your core isn't as strong as you like it to be, you can push your arm into the ground. That'll help you come back up. You exhale to the left, knees go to the ground. On an exhale, inhale, bring them up, keep those knees together, push that arm into the floor to help keep you up. So that's 1. We're going to do 4 more. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come up. Exhale, twist, go to the left. Inhale, come up. Let's just do 3, and we can hang out a little bit. And then we're gonna hit on the right side. Let's just hang out here a little bit. Hang out in it. Rather than doing more movement, let's just hang out here a little bit. Because this is a really good one to hang out in for a while. We're laying down, it's easier. You can take your right hand and put it on top of your left leg or knee. Kind of keep it down. Nice. And you can turn your head to the left. So we're really twisting our whole body. And just relax. Just let go all tension. Don't really, when you're in this kind of pose, you really just want to like, don't, just let it all go. Just let gravity do its thing. Just letting go. This is like the very end of our practice. So we've already warmed up ourselves a little bit. Our muscles are a little warm. So it's really good. It's nice to end a practice holding something. And it's release some tension in that which is being stretched. We're going to come out of it slowly. So if you've been holding a pose for more than like 3 or 4 breaths, you want to make sure you come out of it slowly so you don't tense up on your way up. Okay? And another thing you can always do between poses is, you know, scooch a little bit, right? Just wiggle your butt, you know, whatever you kind of, and then prepare your body. We don't ever want to shock our body into anything. We're learning to love to be in our body through asana, right? It's like a love letter to your body. That sounds really kind of flowery, but it's true. It's like, it's a fun thing. The body enjoys to move. And even we may have stiff areas or injured areas, we can do the poses mindfully and, you know, just let our body kind of fall where it may, then our body will thank us for it. So on an exhale, we can just flop our knees over to the left. And again, get comfortable, get relaxed. And just breathe. Let everything soften, just kind of hang out. A twist is a wonderful way to have for it to be your last asana before shavasana. Okay. And put your left hand on your right knee. Twist your head to the right. So you're just getting your neck, your back, your hips are all getting a nice little stretch. Your low back. We're just breathing and relaxing. And again, how much time do you have? You want to hang out here for, you know, whatever. This is like your practice. And then when we're ready, come out of it slowly. And again, hug your knees to your chest. You can kind of squeeze a little more of that stale air out if you feel like you need to. And exhale, just exhale and squeeze those knees. And you can even, while you're doing that, while you're squeezing your tailbone, you can push your tailbone into the pool ball. That gives a nice little stretch on the low back while you're squeezing your knees. Kind of, it doesn't look like much, but if you're doing it, it feels really good. And then here we just flop into shavasana. And I like to take up a lot of room in my shavasana. This is a nice thing about doing asana at home. by yourself is that you don't have to worry about someone on the mat next to you. You're gonna whack them or something. So I just be like a star. I spread my legs out. You can have your arms up, like whatever. However, you can just let go. And Shavasana, just let it all settle. I was saying this the other day. It's like when you're doing asana, it's kind of like your body. We think of your body as a snow globe, right? And when you start moving, the little snow starts moving around the globe, and then when you stop, it all starts to settle. So depending on how much you felt you shook yourself up during the movement part of your practice, that can sort of gauge how long you want your shavasana to be. You'll kind of know if just when everything is sort of settled. You close your eyes. This is definitely a time when you want to close your eyes. And just enjoy this last time of maybe for the rest of your day where you're actually, it's okay to do nothing. We're such a go, do society. We feel guilty sometimes when we're not, quote, not doing anything. Your yoga practice is fine. Okay. Because you actually are doing something. You're actually letting everything go. And that is a sign. And again, because we've been laying here a little, don't come out of it fast. Okay? And we're going to come out of it just because it's already 1:17 and so we'll just kind of rock back and forth, wiggle your toes, just kind of, however, you want to kind of wake yourself up, roll to your right side, and make your way up. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to I'm going to move into where I can just sit and be seen. And I'm just going to sit here and we're now the talky portion of okay. How are you guys feeling? Feeling good? All right. So let me hold on. This thing a little bit higher. Fun. Just doing all the. Oh, all right. All right. So how does one spiritualize their life? This is basically the basic message of the Bhagavad Gita, is how to take what you're already doing and spiritualize it. It's like this practical handbook for life. I was reading, I like to read things from other traditions, and because it's one thing to say, yes, all faith traditions have more alike than different. You know, it's one thing to say that, and even to really believe it, but but for me, I find actually reading, so there's some blogs and things I read from different other faith traditions other than my own. And then when I see things that are like either parallel or can be useful from, for me to use, then I get very excited. So I can't remember the exact topic, but, pick a million topics that are, problems in this world, controversial, whatever. It might have been race, maybe not. Anyway, that part doesn't matter. But whatever dilemmas we have in this world, which are going to be there no matter what. And this was someone in the Christian tradition, and they were like kind of lamenting because they were being genuinely philosophical about how to deal with this issue. And they said, if only God would have given us a user's manual for this life. And I was like, that's sad, actually, that I see your head no, because there is. It's the Bhagavad Gita. It is the manual for how to live in the material world and how to add God into your life. And it is a book for people of all faith, traditions, for all time, right? Right now I'm doing, I do have a regular Wednesday class. We're going over the Gita together. It's kind of like a book club. I gave Bhagavan Narda, the info, so he can give it to you if you're interested in it. It's Wednesday nights at 7 via Zoom, and but all the classes are being recorded. So if you can't attend or you want to get caught up, then you can certainly go to my Facebook page and catch up if you want. But now I can't remember. I have to link that with what I was about to say. That was my little aside. Talking philosophy after doing yoga sometimes is easier said than done. But that's because we've been put into a different space. After yoga is a really good time to do meditation. So the two things I was really going to talk about was ways to spiritualize your life is to meditate, pray, and that can take all different forms. From my tradition, our main prayer is mantra meditation, and mantra meditation it's a special kind of prayer because the prayers, it's not that like prayers said in English aren't powerful, because they are, but mantras are not just words that mean something cool, and actually the actual sounds are actually healing. So when you're chanting mantras, you're getting the power of the meaning of the mantra, and you're actually getting the power of the spiritual vibration inherent in the mantra. So when you've done an asana practice, that's a good time to, because you've kind of cleared a lot of cobwebs out of your head and your body. And, like I'm sitting on a little meditation cushion right now, and, to get in the space where we're chanting, it helps. I used to do this when I first, because I committed to do it for 3 weeks, and I was doing the little 7-minute version. And 7 minutes, like you got 7 minutes, 5 minutes. I was even doing it before I went in and did my deity worship in the morning. I mean, that's how fast it can go, and it helped. So it helps you to do a little asana before you start any kind of meditation. That's something where your mind is being focused. So meditation, mantra meditation, prayer, anything, that's a great way to spiritualize your life, to just take that, even if it's just because it's taking the time out, valuable. Our time is valuable. God understands it's valuable. Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says, I am time. So when you offer some of the time that God has given us back to him, then that's spiritual. So it's not being selfish. It's not using your time wisely, right? Because we just read this in chapter 4 of the Gita, where it says the yogi can tell the difference. Is it chapter? Yeah. We see action in inaction and inaction in action. And that came to me actually while we're doing the Shavasana, because it looks like we're just laying there doing nothing. But in actuality, we're letting our snow globe settle, right? So there's actually a lot going on, even when you're just laying there. Or Tadasana, we're just standing. Well, there's a lot going on if you're doing it right. So one of the things of a yogi is to understand the deeper meaning of why we're doing what we're doing, and to actually slowing down taking time out for meditation is going to actually give you more time later. And that seems a little paradoxical, but that's the nature of spirituality, right? Taking that time out, preferably in the morning, but there's no hard and fast rules for things because we all have different schedules, we all have different needs, we all have different things we have to get done. Sometimes we really cannot do something early in the morning. Maybe it's better you do it in the evening. Maybe that's better. I mean, sometimes I like to get my practice done in the morning to quite get it done, which is not a great thing, but it's also kind of like it calms my mind down to do the rest of my day. Or sometimes what I have to do that day is more mentally challenging, that I want to get it done, then I can do my spiritual practice. This depends on what you got going on. So there's no one right way to do it. Let's not get locked into this, I must meditate in the morning. Or, like, no, I mean, really, it depends on your day, it depends on how you are. Like I said, I'm 6 weeks out of having COVID, right? I'm still having rough mornings. Not rough, like, it's not, I mean, it's just, I can't get out of bed and do my japa like I did for years and years and years. I need to wake up. I need to take time. I need to get myself ready for that. So, I might not start my meditation for a while after I get up. That's just where I am. So we're all, in different times of the year. I tell you what, in summer, I love, that alarm. I set my alarm for 5:30, even though I don't have to be anywhere, but because I want to enjoy that morning in the summer, especially like are y'all all in Texas? Sri Dave, are you in Louisiana still, or are you in Texas now?
Louisiana, New Orleans.
Okay, I mean, I know that's where you were, but
I'm still here.
That's what's cool about this Zoom, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, anyway, you live in the South, so you know how summers are.
Yes.
Yeah. So we know that, sometimes at 5 a.m. is the only time when you even want to, it's like the only cool time of the whole day. But now it's cold. This is cold here today. I don't want to get out of bed at 5:30 in the morning. So, yes, you're in San Antonio. Yeah. So anyway, everybody here lives in the South, and some of you more South than me. I'm in Dallas. So, and so the other thing is the other thing that all people do is eat. And this was talked about, we were talking about this in the Gita last week, is you pray, meditate, and you offer your food. And when I say offer your food, I mean, there's even different ways on how to do that. I know in our, the Hare Krishna tradition, there's like, the whole intricate way of, having your specials, even a silver plate or whatever, and you make your plate and say your prayers. But even I don't do that every day or ever at home, hardly. But I do have photographs in my kitchen of my guru and his deity. So even on the stove, I'm offering. So however you do it. And even if you're not in our tradition and you just want to, grace is a way of offering the food. So it's just acknowledging where it came from and being grateful for it. We do those two things as a start. And the asana is good too, because it helps. They help each other. It's all intertwined. When we offer our food becomes spiritualized, and we eat it. It cleanses it nourishes our body, our physical body. It nourishes our when it's spiritualized, it cleanses our spiritual body. It cleanses our karma body. And when we meditate, it cleans the junk out of our brain. And when we clear the junk out of our brain, it doesn't have a chance to filter into and cause disease in the body, because there's that whole body-mind connection. So if we can keep our mind as healthy and garbage-free as we can, then that's going to ease the strain on the physical body. And if we do the physical body with the asana and the breath, then it's is helping us to like sit up straight, so we can meditate and not be like, oh my God, my back. Helps us to breathe better. So it's just every one of these helps on all different levels to really spiritualize our life. And that's how we start. We start with 7 minutes of asana, however many minutes of meditation you want to do. You can work your way up. So as far as like chanting the japa, which is what we Hare Krishnas do, whether you want to chant for 5 minutes or 5 rounds or whatever, or you can work your way up. This is the whole thing, is that you don't have to do all or nothing. You don't have to go from 0 to 60 in 60 seconds. In fact, it's better if you pace yourself. And yoga too. Oh my gosh. I mean, because I was like, oh, okay, I'm a month out of this being sick. I'm going to do an hour of asana. No. That didn't work. That didn't work. And then again, offering your food, we all eat every day. So whatever way you want to, as you're preparing it before you eat it, say a little grace, a little prayer. So that's my little speech part of it. Does anybody have any comments or questions or clarifications or about any of this?
I just love it. I just love doing this. It's so important for our spiritual life to take good care of our body, mind, and spirit. It all goes together. I think somehow, as Hare Krishna, we don't stress healthcare. We don't stress taking care of the body, mind, and spirit, because we just jump into the spiritual practice. But even to get to the spiritual practice, we need to take care of our bodies properly, our minds properly. So this is really very important, and I'm so grateful to you for doing this.
Yes.
It's really important, and especially for us ladies. I think we ladies, we don't really see sometimes, in the busyness of things, we get caught up in doing this, doing that, but it is very important. I also have a question for you. Do you offer one-on-one yoga practice?
Yes. Yeah, I do privates.
You do private.
We can talk and we can discuss like what your needs are, any injuries, what you have time for, whatever, and we can come up with a personalized yoga plan for you. Yes.
Okay, and when can we do that after the session is over, or how do I do that
We
consult?
just set up a time like any other appointment. We would set that up. Yeah.
So do you think you can give me your number?
Yeah. You want to write it down?
You can put it in
I'll send it to you. I mean, Nardi can send it to you. You have my,
Okay.
yeah, you do. Yes, I don't want to, I'm very conscious that this may be seen by somebody,
Right.
and I'm not going to give my phone number.
Okay.
Yeah, for
I'll
sure.
get it. Thank you.
Okay, and also, Nardi, I can send you, I have this little practice written out, in, written form. And
I
so
was just thinking that just to have, even for me personally, it's nice to have some sort of routine, and the poses that you did were so dynamic, like 2 in 1, things like that, and it would just be nice to have a regular practice and to be able to give that to others. So yeah, if you could.
I was thinking of it too, because I mean, I kind of talk a lot during it. I could do one that's like 7 minutes, so it's just straight through. Like, people need different tools,
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah. So maybe you watch it one time with all the explanations, and then I can just do a 7-minute one. And if someone wanted to just work with that.
yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and learn it, once they learn it,
it?
where they don't need my voice anymore, then they can just, yeah, I've been thinking about doing that for a while.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna stop the recording.